Let's look at an example using the SMART framework. This business says it wants to reduce stockouts and expired products by 50% within the next 12 months, right? And it wants to do that by optimizing inventory tracking, coordinating suppliers, and getting better at demand forecasting. When you really look at this goal, it's specific. What do you want to achieve? I want to reduce stockouts, which is a case of customers coming to buy something from you and you're telling them you've run out of stock. I want to reduce that, and I also want to reduce product expiry, losing value in my inventory because some products have expired and I will not be able to sell them, thereby incurring losses. I want to reduce that in my business by 50%. That is measurable. What I want to achieve is I want to cut it down by 50%, measurable. So this goal is specific, it is measurable, right? Is it achievable? Of course. Based on how you want to achieve it, tracking your inventory, better coordinating with suppliers, and forecasting your demand. It's achievable. Is it relevant? Of course, yes. It's going to improve customer satisfaction. It's going to improve the financial performance of this company, right? So it's relevant. Is it time bound? Yes, 12 months. So it checks all the boxes for the SMART framework. Now you have to look at metrics, because for the SMART framework, you need metrics to be able to measure performance. You need to know how well you are hitting, you are achieving that goal that you have set for yourself, right? So here, the metrics will be, number one is stockout rate. Stockout rate is the number of times an order comes in from a customer for a product and it is not available, which is a stockout, divided by your total orders. So if you got 100 orders this month, 100 customers ordered, right? And out of those orders, 5 of them you could not fulfill because the products were not available. Either they were still on the way from the supplier, or they are in your warehouse, but it's not in the shop. For whatever reason, the product was not available to sell to the customer, and that happened 5 times. You have a stockout rate of 5%. 5 incidents of stockout over the total number of orders you had, you have 5% stockout rate, right? If you're going to achieve this, that 5% needs to drop to 2.5%. That's what reducing it by 50% means. So you can measure this. You know what your stockout rate is now. You will measure it over the course of the 12 months. Every month you're measuring your stockout rate to watch whether that 5% is dropping, remaining the same, or rising. You have expiration loss rate. Expiration loss rate is an example of a metric which tells you the financial impact of expired products on your business. So let's say you have stock, you have goods in your warehouse worth 100 million, right? And every month you find out that expired products worth 5 million, you find products of worth 5 million have expired. Your expiration loss rate is 5%, 5 million over 100 million. You have an expiration loss percent of 5%, which means that the financial impact of product expiry on your business is 5 million. And as a proportion of the total value of your inventory is 5%. That's huge. If you achieve this target, you drop that 5% to 2.5%. That will mean that you've achieved this target. You can measure it. You know what your expiration loss rate is right now. You're measuring it every month to know whether it is going down, staying the same, or rising. And then you have your inventory turnover ratio. Your inventory turnover ratio is how many times you're able to turn over your inventory over a particular period. What does turning over inventory mean? I buy inventory of 100 million. I bought it on the 1st of March, right? By the 15th of March, I find that I have sold off all the inventory that I bought and I'm restocking, right? And before the end of the month, I've sold out again. That's an inventory turnover of 2. What it means is that I have turned over my inventory. I bought and sold inventory 2 times. Now, the rule is the faster the turnover, the better for your business, because what it means is that the lesser the time that inventory sits in your business, the less money you are tying down. Don't forget, inventory is money that you are tying down. Any product that is in your warehouse or any product that is on your shelves that you are not selling is tying down money because you spent money to buy that product. And the moment you're not selling that product, that money is just tied down there. If you need to pay salaries or you need to pay rent, you cannot give your landlord your product. You have to sell your product to convert it into cash, so you can use the cash to pay rent and pay your salaries. So inventory holds money down. Low inventory turnover also may mean that demand for what you sell has dropped. Customers are no longer buying the way they're supposed to buy, which will give you concern, because if that continues, you may end up with products that nobody wants to buy. Maybe your product, that can be a sign. Maybe your product is going out of fashion. Maybe your competitor has come up with newer, better, cheaper, more affordable products. That's a sign. If your inventory is not moving the way it should move, it could also depend on the economy. Maybe purchasing power has dropped, the economy is slow, and people are not buying the way they're supposed to buy. What does that mean? You need to start cutting down. If you used to buy goods of 100 million, Now that the economy has slowed, you may not need to be doing that. You may need to drop it to maybe 75 or 50. But these are the metrics that will let you know how you are performing in terms of your operational goals. If you're interested in learning more about the topics I offer when it comes to starting, building, and growing a business, this is your opportunity to join my community. It's known as the BMG. I provide extensive courses on different topics and challenges that afflict business owners, from how to optimize your profits, how to manage costs, how to boost your sales, how to develop processes, how to scale your business. There's a whole lot that I can teach you. If you want to go deeper into my content, this is your chance. Go to the link on your screen right now, jointhebmg.com.